What will you do to promote job creation in this area?
Well, the Conservative platform is actually quite simple. We believe that in order to create jobs, we have to encourage businesses to come back. And when we speak to businesses, and I of course served on the industry, science and technology, overwhelmingly we hear that the regulations and the taxes are the things that hinder businesses and cause businesses to move to other jurisdictions. So it's been our belief with the Conservative Party that we need to provide fertile grounds, and we will continue to do that. We've demonstrated that by lowering taxes. We'll continue to do that, as well as taking out those regulations, that red tape that's unnecessary.
What is the biggest environmental issue, and how can you address it as an MP?
I think if we look to Leamington, for instance, energy is going to be a big issue for the next few years. I think probably for the next generation as to how we will power our generating plants. And I'm proud to say that we've begun to do that. For instance, the biodigester in Leamington that we were able to help fund is now producing energy. And I think that that's going to be the challenge as to how we are going to create hydro or electrical power. And that will be the challenge for this government and for successive governments.
What techniques are you using to better engage young people in your campaign?
We invite them out. I engage them. I speak to them. I talk to them and have some pretty interesting conversations. It's just a matter of communication. I think more than anything else, it's important that someone in a political environment learns to communicate, and I try to do that. I try to do that as a member of Parliament. I visit the schools. I engage young people as every opportunity that I can. And that's going to be the goal in this campaign, and is the goal. That's what we've been doing this campaign as well, too.
There's a large number of people heading to retirement in the next few years. How do we deal with that?
You're right. The demographics have shifted. There was a time when I think the demographics was 7 to 1. Shortly, it's going to become 5 to 1. In other words, for every retired person, there will be 5 people working. These are challenges that governments are wrestling with at this point, and we recognize in the future. We have to realize that most pensions are defined benefits, which means that what has been contributed determines what will be received in the end. And so we're wrestling with that. You know, do we lay that burden on our young people, the people in the workforce now, or do we look for some other creative methods and means that we can, and we've done that. We've done that with our savings account. The Conservative Party has introduced a tax-free savings account, and we need to do that more and more to encourage people to save for their retirement, and at the same time figuring out ways where we can make it work so that there is sufficient funds for our seniors when they retire.
And how will you help the local agricultural industry?
Again, the Conservative platform has been that we respond when there's a crisis. We've responded. When I was first elected in the grains and oils, there was the commodity prices were lower than they'd been for years, I think in the 70s. The method that we chose was to expand markets, and that was done through ethanol, which is a great way to find fuels that other than our carbon-based or fossil fuels, that's one way. But ultimately, it's markets. We need to create and open new markets, and we've been active with that in the Conservative Party. Our minister, Jerry Ritz, has visited a number of countries. He's and continues to do that. As a matter of fact, every time I see Jerry, he's a friend of mine. I comment that we never get a chance to talk much because he's always on the road, and that's the case. You know, he's been to China, he's been to India, he's been to some of the smaller countries. We've traditionally, most of our markets have gone south of the border. We recognize that we have to expand those markets, and so that's our goal, is to give farmers opportunity to sell their products, and then to when there is a need, when there is a challenge to be there as a government.